Hello, I'm Ashley Rigdon, the English cartoonist in France. Today we're going to learn how to draw a simple character using the most basic principles that there are in cartooning. A pencil drawing, overlaid with ink, and then to finish off, you remove the pencil so that you've got a proper ink drawing. You can make as many mistakes as you like. You can learn 1,000 things in one picture. It's a fantastic journey to go on, and I think you're going to enjoy this. It will be the most simple one you've ever seen, but it will be a big help to you if you've never done this before. Whether you're 7 years old or 75 years old, you're going to learn something today. So let's go ahead and get on with the drawing now. We're going to be drawing in pencil first of all, and then afterwards in ink. The difference for many of you will be that you'll be using pencil, paper and ink. I'll be using the digital system just because it makes it easier from the point of view of recording things and sharing them online. But the effect is the same. When I put down the pencil layer, it'll be the same as your pencil layer. And when I put down the ink, it'll be the same as your ink. It won't make any difference at all, really. So as I said, we're going to start with a very simple little man. And this kind of unlocks the whole story of how you do cartoons and cartoon people. So here we have a simple circle for the face. Then we have a fairly nondescript, elongated sort of balloon shape for the body. Remember, we're not trying to draw the finished article here. We're just setting up the basis on which we will be able to put the ink marks. So let's have a couple of arms coming down. And it's a cartoon. There's no reason why any of it should look particularly human. I like to do this because it marks for me where the ends of the legs are. And then I've got a kind of a guideline to go by, like this. And then I'll put some feet in. Now, we'll do a whole thing on feet at some point because I mean I can do feet fairly easily, but they're not necessarily that easy for a lot of people. So we'll come back to that on another film. To get the face looking vaguely human, I like to draw a vertical line down the middle and then another one across. So we've pretty much got 4 equal quadrants. And in the middle, just hanging off that line, I will put a circle like that to signify a nose. And then we'll have another couple of circles to signify the eyes. And we can put in the pupils, just staring straight ahead. If we don't put the mouth on there, that can be quite funny in itself. You know, in the world of cartoons, a face with no mouth is somebody who's kind of surprised into silence. And it's, you know, so much of cartoon work is about visual shorthand, and that is a visual shorthand all by itself. Anyway, let's stick a couple of ears on and we'll give him a little mouth and we'll make it a smile. There, it's only a small smile, but there it is. And we'll just scratch around on the top there to signify that there's a bit of hair. So this, let's put a waist area so that we can dangle a pair of trousers or pants on them. And then we need to go to the ink layer. For me, I add a layer, but for you, if you're using a pencil, paper and ink, just put the pencil down, come back to the page and do exactly what I do. I now change to a pen. I like to use one that's called a mapping pen. If you can get hold of an actual mapping pen, the physical thing, and a bottle of ink, you'll get the same sort of effect as you're about to see. This size a little smaller. Yeah, that's good. So start with the hair, because that's the sort of scratchiness of it. There, like this. Put the eyes in. We're really just going over it, but the fact that we've got them already marked out means that we can be a little bit more expressive and free and easy. We'll put some eyebrows in because we didn't do that at the start. And face like this, and then ignoring some of the underlying lines, we'll just draw over the top in ink. It's all very, very, very simple. Even the hands, there's nothing much there on the hands, but you're getting a character. And now just don't even have to draw where the line of the trousers stroke pants come to an end. All you have to do is get the shape right. All of those things we can cover later on, but this is really and truly about as simple as it gets. Now, one small thing, just to give a little bit of reality and make the thing feel good, is you've got to try and ground the character. So I like to just put in a very simple way some shadow underneath, and I like to take it away at one side, because that gives, you can see that the character is standing on some ground. And as a general rule, if they're not falling out of the sky, they're standing on something, so you've got to show that. Now for you, if you're using paper, pencil, ink, this is where you pull out your eraser and get rid of the pencil marks, and I do that too. And there we are, we have our little man. We could develop him a bit more, we could make him into something, well, virtually any character you like. Just at this moment, you should be thinking to yourself, what can I do with a character like this? Or how can I make a story that fits around this character? And can I make some companions, friends, relations, and generate a story? Or even, think up, I don't know, monsters and scary things if you want to as well. But in effect, that's the real basic secret of how you draw cartoons. No reference material or anything like that required. You just have to have a basic idea of what a human body works like and what it's made of, and then you can do it. But we can get into much more detailed techniques as we go along. Things like shading, different ways that you can do the shading, adding colors, choosing colors, understanding which work well together, and so forth. But for the time being, I'll just initial that and the job's done, and we'll move on to the next thing next time.